We're gonna make some apple butter with different consequences for the apple butter. Like, we're not making apple butter just for the butter. We're making apple butter, but we're gonna use it for different things. Who's ready? We need some apples. Oh my gosh, they have 5-pound bags. Okay, so that's so close to most of the time when I come here, they're selling apples in 3-pound bags. And so I've had to, like, you know, do some math. I do like cooking apple butter with green apples. My brain, I'm thinking, okay, green apples have a tartness and we're putting like sweet things in the apple butter. So let's use some green ones. Feel free to like and subscribe and comment below if you disagree with me. Does not look like 5 pounds. It's 3 pounds. Oh, okay. We're gonna get 3 pounds of the green and then we're gonna mix it with some red. This says these are delicious. Okay, so you always need to check for worms because one time I took a bag of apples to the front here and the guy picked it up and he said, "Did you see that there were wormholes?" Maybe we should Google what the best cooking apples are. Wow. 10 best apples. And baby girl names. Oh, Betty Crocker would never scam me. Red Delicious. Oh, delicious. Sauces, cakes, butter. That's it. We're gonna trust the system. Do you see any holes? That feels very violating. I already have all these spices. Turns out this is all we need. But what about that recipe you sent me of the thing coming that we're not gonna say yet? It rhymes with puffins. Last night there were people over at my house. We drank so much milk.
Pin pad to complete transaction.
I wonder who did the voice recording for this because they are making bank right now. I was drinking it in the store, I got to my car and it's gone. If I walk in there and see someone sipping on my tea. You see how he was looking at this? I don't know where the tag went. It's somewhere in the apples, but...
Wait, it's on your elbow.
What? This is Lewis. He was my first fish that I really loved. He got swim bladder disease. And the sad part was he got it right before I moved to Nicaragua. And so I said my goodbyes to Lewis. So he like had jumped to the surface and like gasped in too much air and then he had this bubble on his side and so he was just swimming on his side like this. That's what he does. When I came home 3 months later, he waited for me before he died. So I got to say goodbye again and we had a proper funeral. A lot of people think fish can't really interact with you and stuff, but I do disagree. I put Lewis's little like fish tank by my bed and he would literally get so excited when I woke up in the morning. Have you ever done the thing where you twist it to find out who you're gonna marry? A, B, C. Nope, that's useless. It kind of broke too, like I don't even know if that counts. Maybe it means I'm gonna have a broken relationship with a C. But then everybody's probably freaking out right now because they can't cut apples. Wow. I'm sorry. Comment stream right now was wild. C, D, E. It's still kind of broken, I'm not getting the full stem. Oh, Edgar, you're the only Edgar I know. That's this young. I was imagining meeting an Edgar that was my age and it was wild. Just after the egg white scenario, when I just wasn't even thinking, it was just exploding everywhere and I had to put it over the trash can and then everybody said I didn't care about like poverty or anything. Oh my gosh, I was right! Lewis, don't look at me like that. I knew something fell in here. So, this is my crock pot, obviously. The first lady I ever asked about how to make apple butter, her family every year gets this big pot and they put it over an actual fire outside. It is my goal to do that one day, but I just put it in a crock pot. And now it's time for Spice Town. We are using over 6 pounds of apples for this. This calls for 1.5 cups of white sugar, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Also, I've never been very exact with these. I just kind of a little bit of this, a little bit of this, you know. 1 teaspoon of salt, iodized, healthy. No. Whoa. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I heap them because I like more spices. 1, 2, so much cinnamon. 1/2 teaspoon of allspice. I'm only saying the measurements just in case you guys want to be exact, but I usually just do that. Boop, 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 boop. 1/8 teaspoon of the nutmeg. I'm gonna start with a fork. Sharpen. It's because the brown sugar gets lumpy. And I usually also add some extra cloves. I dump all of that on top of the apples. Apple cider vinegar, 1/4 cup, and then 1/2 cup of water. Whoops. For a really long time. I actually didn't write down what I think it is. You can cook it on high for like 4 to 5 hours, stirring it, or on low for like 8-ish hours. It is evening. The apple butter has cooked down. As you can see, it's very lumpy. I have not done this enough times or used enough like consistent anything to know exactly when it's done. But I think it's done. The thing I'm looking for is mushiness, and it's mushy enough to blend. But I don't can apple butter, as in like pretty much every time because I'm only trying canning one time. I make sure and turn it off, I let it cool down before I blend it, but the canning instructions I'm following are this needs to be hot and my jars need to be hot. As you see, the super stressful area over there that we are about to partake in. So it's all gonna be hot. This is an immersion blender, Hamilton Beach. I've never been. Don't let it splatter because it's so hot. But instead of straining it, I'm gonna make sure it all stays in. Eventually I try to get a vortex going. Get my shield, just in case. It wants to form a funnel. It's like an evil sea. Or maybe more so like a volcano that just exploded with lava everywhere. Or deep down into Mordor, making an orc. What we have now is a really hot thing of apple butter. I'm going to take it over to everything else that's hot. Be careful not to touch anything. What I need now are my special tongs and my flask. These are canning funnels. They make it so I don't spill everything everywhere. It's pretty great. And so the reason I have a small pot steaming is to sterilize the lid. I've already washed all of these, but now I'm going to put them all in boiling water just to make sure everything is extra clean. No germs. Very terrifying. I also am trying to remember how to do this. So for example, here she goes. The scariest part about this is you can't really see when it's in there. So I don't know where the jars go. I've only tried it one time. After I let these boil for a little bit, I'm going to take one jar out at a time. I'm going to speedily fill it with the hot. Let's try one. Here we go. Whoa. Scary. Okay, jar is hot. This is out. Apple butter is also hot. It comes out. I can touch the jar. Dang it. Get closer. And if I remember correctly from this lovely elderly lady on YouTube, she talked about leaving enough space. how it's like raised right now. The goal is for that to be sunk down. And this one, we now set down. Ow! Easy. Second one. You also have to make sure, I've also heard this other tip, that nothing is dirty on the inside of the jar. Like no apple butter gets in there or it will not seal. I might be wrong. Comment, like, and subscribe if I'm wrong. I can't find a jar. Ah, freedom! That's. No, I didn't put it close enough. It's okay. I just panicked. Scanner. Boop. Going great. Hot. Hot. Ah! Tilt it away from me next time. Woo! Louis, do not look at me like that. Oh, it's getting feistier. So is the water. Probably time to reload. You have to make sure they fill up with water or they float, obviously. Oh, wrong tongs. That explains a lot. It's amazing how your body has PTSD over something so small. Oh, they're beautiful! Ah. Here, cooking now. Take it over. Got overconfidence. All of you who are literally thinking to yourselves right now, she just wasted the apple butter, stop it. I know I did and I didn't mean to. Nobody's gonna eat that. He's having issues all around. Drama, drama. They stop watching unless there's drama. What do we do with this jar? Oh, actually, I think it's okay. Stay tuned. Drama! Help us! Will I slice my finger on these by accident? I don't know. Stay tuned. You don't know. Getting harder, as you can see.
Oh no, don't sit down. Okay, we're okay.
Ow! Yes. So see that sound? We will know that it is sealed when it stops doing that. The last little guy. Here he goes. Oh! Cute! All those because
We're making cruffins.
since we are making a surprise, we don't actually have to can all of it or any of it, but we did it anyways. But we will find out if this worked because if they don't seal, it doesn't matter. That's the good news. Now that we have our apple butter made, we can do several things with it. We can keep it in these little jars if we want to, or pretty soon we might have a fun surprise. Take it out and do something else with it. You never know. Evidently, if it actually works, you're supposed to hear little pops. All right. Let's do this again. Big announcement. We just finished making apple butter, and now we are going to actually use that apple butter in a recipe that I have never even heard of before. It's called apple butter cruffins. Cruffin time! If you ask me what a cruffin is, right now I can't tell you, but I will know when it comes out of the oven. 3 cans of crescent rolls. You could also make your own crescent rolls, which we're not doing today because the Pillsbury Doughboy knows what he's doing. Some pans, maybe some parchment paper. Okay, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Lightly spray a standard 12-cup muffin tin. So cruffins do sound like muffins. I would never do that to my muffin tin. So I've started spraying over a trash can because I sprayed it on the floor one time and I slipped. It is very slippery. Step 1. Step 2, set it aside. Step 3, working on a lightly floured surface. I do have flours. Roll out each tube of dough into a 12 by 16 inch rectangle. Roll out each tube of dough into a rectangle. We talked about sometimes it's helpful if you have a texture that you feel when you're anxious. Oh, this is so stressful. I hate this part. You gotta whack it. Get the stress over immediately. November 15th.
Of what year?
That was yesterday.
Smell it. It's probably fine.
Okay, roll it out into a rectangle and pinch the seams. The next step is to take your apple butter and spread it evenly over the top of each sheet of dough. Hello, little apple butters. Whoa. Oh, I bet this is gonna be good. 1. See, it worked. We sealed them. It actually worked! And pieces always get chipped. Starting at the long end of the dough, tightly roll it up into a log. Whoa, this is gonna be a mess. It's trying to break at the seams. Oh no! Cut each of those logs in half lengthwise, giving you 4 sections of dough. Oh, I didn't pinch it hard enough. Look at these. Okay, we're just gonna do it. Oh, this one is not doing so hard. Oh, Cruffin never had a chance, and it's my fault. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna be tucking anything in. Oh, like that? Second little Cruffin. Oh no! I'm not tucking anything in, guys. Every man for himself. Oh, it looks like a little flower. Oh, my phone. Ugh. Now, before 20 minutes? You know, the other day I was wondering how my phone case got so dirty. Okay, this requires a glaze and all it says is white sugar and cinnamon, but I think I'm gonna add stuff because I put these spices in apple butter, so maybe it will help time it. I think it's a half a cup of sugar and then 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. My baby was like extra spice. So we're gonna be keeping teaspoons of cinnamon. We're gonna take some allspice and nutmeg. Yep. Oh, you roll the cruffins in this. I'm gonna need more. You know, they always prescribe like way less of this topping stuff than you actually need for these things. Never enough. Never, never. Never enough. Never, never. For me.
1,000 spotlights.
I can't remember where it goes. Now, I did double check the recipe and it said 22 minutes. Oh my. Listen, he's like speaking to us. It almost sounds like a cricket. The last cricket of the year. You know, if you eat too many muffins, you get a muffin top. But if you eat too many cruffins, you just can't stop. I'm on the cruffin top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever. I'm probably gonna wait for these to cool for a minute before rolling them. It won't let me. Hello?
Oh, hi, I was just trying to figure out where the concert is.
This is more suited for Cruffin. Cruffin destination prepared. Rebels first. It closed up all by itself. That is pretty amazing. Maybe you only roll the top. Wow. That time I said it's never enough. This guy is a pill. We could try him. It's just like so much easier than cinnamon rolls as long as you already have the apple butter. So many standard bluegrass songs, it's like, what do you say? Like if you rolled in your baby's arms, you would probably crush the baby and die. Rebels. Orange over my granny. It's so good.
I'm gonna try out this bad boy.
It's so good for a bad boy.
It's a dangerous path.
Oh my.
That's really good. That's really, really good.
It is good.
Oh my goodness.
I got hair in my mouth. You can't get it out.
Here, open up. Great job, Katie.
Oh, apple butter cruffins. Closing remark. These were so good. Make this at home, it's so easy.
Thanks for watching and don't forget to tune into this channel for more Kitchen Katie.